people who work here? Because the doctors and everyone start to use this. People may come with your app saying they have referred me through your app, but the hospital will not be aware. So where are you going to pilot this?
Okay, first of all, there will be only the hospital, yes, the lower level hospital, and the referral hospitals will have the app plus the administrator. Yes, the patients won't have access to the app. So if something is on the app, definitely there is a hospital attached. Yes, I can take you to this part. Yes, so we give an example of our team leader here as the patient. Yes, so you have his name. Yes, the ID, yes, his information, date of birth, blood type, then the current hospital. Yes, so if he's at Mengo right now, yes, that means that he was referred by some other hospital to Mengo, so you can check his details to see, yes, from where he came from. Then the thing of a deployment, currently we haven't yet done anything of the sort, but we're aiming to use Mbarara. Yes, that is because many of us are students at Mbarara University. Yes, so there's the referral there, and then there are different other hospitals that usually refer to this one. Yes, so we want to kind of start it there. Yes, but obviously we have to first inform the Ministry of Health, because you cannot do anything without them. Yes, and if it's success in that region, then you can push it on.
Okay, a big round of applause. Yes, and for your own information, they are planning on beginning with Mbarara because it is where the national language hails from. Two questions. Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much. So, work with me. We are here. Let's say I do have maybe my wife. She is pregnant. She's right here. Blood starts gushing out. Things are happening bad really fast. So fast. We do not know what's happening. We move out, somebody with a car, please help. We get into the car. We start moving. How many minutes does she have to leave? We do not know. Everything is happening so fast. Where's the closest clinic? Or where's the closest district space that she could get medication? We reach the place. We have no access to the application or anything of the sort. We arrive there. We pass through the system. We do not know how many minutes she has. So they get into the system. They refer the person to, let's say, Mulago. We are traveling to Mulago. We have used your application. We're traveling to Mulago. The person has died. Where has it helped?
Yes, thank you, sir, for that question. Yes, from the condition you have said, a pregnant woman, she's bleeding at that time. So in the medical world, there are conditions that we call acute. So there are things that need assistance at the moment. And the best thing that any clinician will do will be stabilizing that patient in that state to give room for other people to conduct further medical applications. So this system, if I would give at least a personal example, if you have someone and they are pregnant and they're in that condition, you take them to a clinic and the clinic says, take them to maybe Kawempe. So if you have ever been to Kawempe, you'll know it that because the referrals are not given beforehand or prepared, women just come, and in most cases, because we always rotate from there, women die if they come in those cases. But our system comes in to bridge it in a fact that if these people are prepared beforehand, or as my colleague said, if there is like matching you to the hospital which is available for such a state, so I think that will help you in that issue. Thank you.
Yes, maybe I can also add on. Even with the current referral system, that issue would still happen. Yes, she would suffer a similar thing. So our system is obviously removing something 100% is kind of impossible. For those cases that it can help with, the system will help. Yes, for like constant blood loss, yes, that one even the current referral system wouldn't really help much. So we are coming in, yes, to bridge the gap of the coordination, yes, and the congestion, yes, in the different referral systems. Thank you very much.
Thank you. A big round of applause for Mulimira Media and the team. There you go. In the interest of time, Mr. Chiza Dixon and your team, get ready to come up and give us your presentation. But in the meantime, if you do not have a drink, we have a cocktail bar set up. Make sure you begin early and die early. I would like to recognize, wait. I would like to recognize our last year's winner, 2024 winner, Mr. Wokoba himself. Wave to the people. The gentleman you see over there bagged 11 million shillings last year. He was putting on t-shirts. Now he has come in a coat and he has even grown a tummy. Congratulations, bro. On a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Over
Good
to you.
evening to everyone. My name is Dixon Kiza, and this is my team. And we are going to present to you our idea, our innovation, and that is the digital house broker platform. And this platform is going to link a student directly to the accommodation facilities around the campus. Those who have been students know. Yeah. To bring this out clearly, I'll narrate a brief story of my friend, what my friend went through. Tom, on arriving at campus with his luggage, stranded. Tom was from Gulu. Actually, it's called Okade Tom. So on arriving at campus, stranded with his luggage, he landed on a broker, charged him 50,000 shillings, non-refundable. Whether you get the way to sleep or not, you pay that money. And he moved him around, different hostels, different rentals around. But Tom couldn't get what he could afford. Everything was expensive. But there was only one option for Tom, and that was a cheap rental somewhere, but far out from campus, with poor sanitary facilities, poor security, far away even. So, what am I trying to be? This may not be Tom. It might be your sister. It might be your brother. It might be your friend. I'm telling you, this is what students go through. And where does the problem come from? The first thing is lack of information. These students, especially these students, lack information about the accommodation facilities around the campus. You don't know. And they are exploited. They are charged a lot of money. And because of this, after spending, when some of them are what? Has come. And another problem is this system that is available right now, it is inefficient. That you have to check physically each hostel to move around physically yourself. It is really hectic. We are lacking an online system whereby on a simple click like this, you can see a number of hostels. You can sell many of them. You make a choice that is according to your pocket, according to the facilities you need. Okay? Then another problem is there is lack of remote viewing and remote booking. That you can't be in Gulu like Tom and book from this hostel. You can't be abroad. We still lack this system. Yeah. So what have we brought? We have brought the digital house broker app. This platform is going to bring an ecosystem, a trusted environment, whereby this student can get a hostel, can get where to sleep safely. It doesn't require him or her to do a lot of things, move around, use brokers. This system is going to be transparent, convenient, and secure for everyone. Yeah, and how are we going to do this? On this app, we are going to have verified listing. What am I meaning? Each accommodation facility, hostel or whatever, it has to be checked. Whatever is there is what will be on the app. Advanced filters. You have to know the location, the room type, the prices before going in for this. So we shall have all this on the app. Then we shall have secure in-app messaging. You can even get a room mate from there. Then booking and reservation, even if you are in America. Yeah? You can book a hostel at Makerere University. This is what the world is for. Next slide. What makes us different, members and ladies and gentlemen? One, we are going to have trust through the verification process that we check through all these people you see are from School of Public Health and more. We are going to make sure we check these hostels and whatever is there is what we do what post. Then for students mostly to understand these problems. There will be accountability for all, then accessibility will be fast. Next slide. Yeah, what is our sustainability? Where are we going to be getting money from? One, adverts. Many people are willing to advertise with us. Two, up download revenue. Shall be getting some small money from there. Then with time, after people understanding this, we shall have subscription fees. Next slide. Which impact are we hoping to create? 80% reduction in housing such time. Then decrease in reported rent scams. Then broadly the community people will get jobs. There will be increased academic performance. Generally, the quality of the students the university produces will be good because of unnecessary things will be what? Removed. So this is not just an app, ladies and gentlemen. It is a promise of dignity, a promise of safety and peace of mind. We are replacing uncertainty with verification.
Yeah. 10 seconds.
Thank you. I was still telling you. We are replacing uncertainty with verification. We are replacing stress of students with just simplicity of an app. And lastly, we are building a community founded on trust, that you can trust us when it comes to what? Hostels.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to Chiza Dixon and the team. Now, this gentleman, he kept flashing their faces on the screen and he thought it was by mistake. But even on their poster, there are 7 people. So they have to be seen. And I was wondering why I met with you. I equally say, questions, judges, questions. Over to you.
Thank you so much. This is a brilliant idea. But the question I have, if say, for instance, you go to hostels, register all the rooms available, and then someone doesn't use the application, and instead goes directly to the hostel, books the room and the hostel does not make it unavailable. How do you prevent that from happening?
Okay, thank you. As I told you, have a team. There's someone who is responsible for landlord relations. That's like we showed you there, and that is should be Francis.
In addition to that, we are not only starting from now, we are going to advertise this app in case we go through and actually we've made a start on this. If we go through from this, it will be a good support for us. We're also going to advertise for this. Yeah.
Trust me, you look like a landlord. Another question?
The idea sounds good. And the way you market your market expenditures, the market is really big.
Too big.
The app you're developing is there is something to copy from, like Airbnb. So why should we give you money if you're almost going to be copy and paste and then you know where the market is?
Okay, I can answer that even if I have a team. Yeah, you've talked about Airbnb, but Airbnb is not for students. I showed you here. Okay, it can be for everyone, but does it tailor to the challenges? No, it is not. Okay. Okay, maybe.
So this is an Airbnb for students who are going to maybe in the vicinity. So what I'm saying is that the concept is the same.
I would say.
So what I'm saying is the idea is so good. You have something you can benchmark from, both areas. You know where the market is. As you say, the market is really, really large. So I'm asking why do you need the money?
Okay, thank you so much. We are going to answer this with my team first.
Thank you very much. My name is Francis, part of the team. Why do we need the money? To put the idea into action. Yes, the benchmark is there, but then we need to develop it. The target audience is different. For the one you said, as you said it, ours is for students. Thank you, sir.
Do I need to add in something?
I'm sure that Peterman was the accountant.
Okay, thank you very much. I think in addition, we've lived these challenges. Most of you here who have gone through university life, you've lived these challenges, so you have those experiences. So we want to create a room to solve these bad challenges that we always go through to get accommodation facilities at campuses.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Landlord. Is Singban the one in Ghana? Okay, okay. So, Mr. Dao Manyor, as you get ready, 2 questions from the audience. Remember that we are streaming live on YouTube, Zoom, and all our social media platforms. Over to you.
Thank you. I will just add on to something that Mr. Byron asked. Now, the challenge you're solving is not just a Ugandan challenge. It's a worldwide challenge. So, as already Byron mentioned, Airbnb. If Airbnb rolled out a new feature today for university students, how are you future-proofing your idea? So,
thank you so much. I will first respond to this. One, you've talked about Airbnb and now rolling out, maybe bring up a new future. But before it brings up a new future, we are here. First give the money to us before Airbnb not sound. We are available. That too. Even if Airbnb is available, students are still suffering these problems. That's why we are here to solve a challenge, not just money. As I told you, it's just not an app. It is touching hearts.
They say innovators are like mechanics. Second last question. You haven't asked. Yeah.
Hi. So I had a question about, I understand the problem you're solving, but I also realize that these are businesses you're going to be dealing with. And yes, there is a benefit from your integration, but majority of these hostels, let's say the bigger ones that most people would like, including those cheap but nice ones, get booked or even already have people that want to get those rooms by the time someone comes up to say they want the space. So how exactly are you going to, I don't know, the question I'm trying to ask, I don't know if you're seeing it, like, where do you come in when we come to those very commonly but very already booked, and do they actually need you? Not how it sounds, but...
Okay. Thank you so much. It's really a good question. But before I get to that question, briefly, this gentleman asked, and he feels I've not answered him. I would answer like this. Universities at this time, Airbnb at this time, they are not working with universities. We are already from Macquarie University School of Public Health. And Macquarie University and other universities are willing to support their own students as much as I know. So, for us to protect ourselves, protect our thing, we are going to work with universities. And these universities, they are going to promote us, they are going to work with us. The hostels around us, because of the trust they have in us, they will tell people, no, use the digital house broker. People, parents, use the digital house broker. These are our own people. And we shall beat Airbnb from far.
So in the interest of time, a big round of applause for our online brokers. No, that's enough. Yeah. You man, I'm also a salesman. You won't finish. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mr. Now this gentleman, I'm told, he flew in this afternoon from South Sudan. And I'm sure you have a balance on those South Sudanese dollars. Big round of applause for Mr. Dao Manyor. Hey, I think we have begun going international. Someone is going to present on Zoom online. Now we have someone who flew in from South Sudan. Yeah, I equally flew in from Namugongo. So we are good to go. On the count of 5. But I'd like to remind you that we are streaming live on YouTube. We're on Zoom. You can get the link from our social media handles. Remember that we have a cocktail bar outside. But I would like to remind you to take something your little head can handle. Yeah, the show is still ongoing. But once again, we'd like to welcome each and every one of you. Thank you for keeping time. Surprisingly, I've seen a ring on Mr. Wokoba's finger. I didn't know that 11 million shillings can get you a wife. I'm not yet married, so I'd like to come to your region. Yes. Okay. In the interest of time. Yes, our last presenter is in Ghana and is going to present online, so we shall have a Zoom presentation. I hope we shall pay keen attention. After this presentation, we are going to walk down to our cocktail venue where we shall have cocktails, we shall have snacks flowing in, a few speeches, and then the awarding ceremony. Yeah, Okay, can we have someone else who is ready so that we can work on your issue? Is Mr. Kaziwe ready? Yeah, Kaziwe is ready, yeah? Okay, Mr. Kaziwe, please come over and as we get Mr. Dao sorted. Big round of Mr. Dao as he gets back to his seat. Over to you. I'm so impressed and highly motivated for the fact that this year's edition has lots of young minds, and this is where the I thought it was at your laptop. It was beginning to refuse the finger, whatever, the touch. You see how we take it to NASA and you tell us. So, gentlemen, we are so thrilled for the Medal of Excellence. It's attracting young minds, and it's where this world is headed. How I wish the government of Uganda could come and look into this. On a count of 5, 4, your presentation is in Arabic?
No.
3, 2, 1, let's go.
Hello, I'm Banchabusa Kaziwe. I'm a software engineering student at Makerere, third year. So my application is to do with donation. This is a topic that touches my heart because we as Uganda, our backbone is agriculture. We produce more fresh food than even countries like the US because them they rely on GMOs. We have the unique opportunity of depending on natural, homegrown food without any artificial fertilizers, but we are wasteful as a country. For example, as Uganda, we waste 4.5 million tons of food per year. That is over 9 million meals. If we were to ship these meals to another country, that can feed a country like, let me give you Syria, for an entire year, if properly preserved. That's the kind of wastage we are on. As Kampala alone, we are wasting 381 tons of food per year. Those are 624 meals. So, and we have a problem of child stunting. 29% of children under 5 are stunted. They are malnourished. They're not growing well because they lack the food. So this is where the solution I'm proposing comes in. We want to create a platform that connects places like restaurants, households, hostels, schools, because those are the places where food is. For example, I stay at a hostel called Olympia. I conducted a study there and I realized that whenever we go for holidays, the cleaners get over, like last year, I remember I went with the cleaners to the dustbins and we found over like 6 bags of rice, good rice, very good rice. But because you're rushing to get out of hostel, you pour that food. Or there's a time we found posho, wheat flour. That thing touched my heart because there was a family of people who live above Olympia who didn't know what they were going to eat for Christmas. And that thing touched me because we as a country don't have a national donation redistribution system. Yet countries like Kenya, our neighbor, South Africa, US have that system to prevent this issue. So how it works is that the donor, we're going to connect donors.
we verify them and we put them on the application. We get the recipients, like we register the orphanages, the refugee camps, anywhere where we see that, okay, food can be sent to rather than being wasted, and we package them into the system. So this is how the system is in development phase. I came here with Jemima, she's my UX developer, the mobile app developer. So this is what we came up with. This is actually working, but yes, I take some screenshots. So how we are going to measure our impact is through the KPIs, key performance indicators. How many donations have been posted monthly? The tons/meals we distributed. Our application has an algorithm I'm working on to convert the amount of donations into number of photo verified deliveries, average time from post to delivery, active verified receivers, and volunteers. So our business model is we came up with this unique system basing on GoFundMe, where whenever you post a donation, we can put somewhere that, hey, can you help support our activities with even 500 shillings, because this application is not hard to maintain. I'm doing the labor costs for free, so all we need is hosting, server space, security, and all that. I calculated it with all the possible vendors, and we came up to a figure of around 6 to 7 million maintaining it per year. We can actually cut it down if we get support from the organizations. Like I interned at NSSF and I had a friend. He's called I don't know if he's called Remigius Kakwa. He told us that corporate CSRs, for example, NSSF, like they have programs where they help the community through CSRs, whereby they can, like how the NSSF is organizing that run to help the public schools. Yeah. So those are our main. That's our business model. Commissions on monetary drives, for example, you set up a community drive. Us as Kololo people, we are collecting food. We can charge you just a small fee for using the application. It can even be as low as 5,000 times, let's say, 10 communities. If we get 10 communities a month, that can actually help us run the app, because the app, honestly, basically it's easy to develop, honestly, if I'm honest. Then go-to-market strategy, we have, we're going to start with three markets in Kampala, as well as businesses owned by a few friends, like like we have people in church own supermarkets and all that. So we're going to use them as our pilot study. Then the risks and mitigation is fraud. We're going to develop a system within the application to handle funds. If you have to collect funds in the app, we're going to use an escrow system where the funds are kept within the application. Then we have connectivity. SMS and USSD fallback are going to be our main aim, because some people don't have access to smartphones or fast internet.
Time, 10 seconds. 1 minute. 1 minute?
Okay, basically our strategy is we're going to market data, because I've also done a bit of data science, and data is, by the way, one of the most expensive commodities known to man, because Facebook, WhatsApp, they peddle data. Your data is worth millions, even billions. So this data, we're planning to use it to establish a national database that we can give out to people to use to help further other tasks, like helping a World Food Program come to Uganda, where they have an established database to use. So that data can actually help us get money, because data is something you can sell without even without even risking your security. We can actually sell data, for example, how much food we are getting, how much food Uganda produces using this application, how much food we've saved. So all these other things are to do with data. These are possible questions that people asked us on our requirements engineering phase. We're collecting data. It's called requirements engineering. We went to supermarkets, we talked to various people to get their output, and yeah.
Time. Big round of applause for Mr. Kaziwe. Mr. Kaziwe is so touched that people are just throwing away posho anyhow. Question? There are two questions for the judges.
Yes, Mr. Kaziwe. My question is one about the perishable food waste. I happen to stay in Tinda, and I see a lot of food go to waste at Frey. Like you walk in at midnight to buy a meal, and indeed you're just taking a small portion of that food. Does your app cater for perishables like that? And if so, how do you intend to secure that food in a way that no one contaminates it? Because someone can get it and probably mess with it before they get to the end user or something. So how do you get it in time before it gets also wasted or before it becomes bad or something? Is that something you intend to incorporate in?
There's an algorithm I'm working on it uses geofencing. Let's say we have KFC in Tinda, for example. We register all the orphanages, places that would be receiving that food near in Tinda. So we already have one thing cut down. You distribute food where it's closest using geofencing. Number two, how to handle the perishable goods like someone tampering in it. Well, we got advice to work with a legal person. Whenever you're signing up for any application, you see that thing you tick their terms and conditions. Those things are actually very heavy. An organization is protected. So what we aim to do is we go through with the organizations that are participating with us to guide them through how to handle. How, like for example, packaging, maybe the dates that are like, supermarkets remove food off the shelf if it's a month to the time of expiry. It's not yet expired, but it's what? It's not going to sell within that time. If it doesn't sell for over a year, how is it going to sell in a month? So that is what we wanted to tackle. Because if I'm to give you a story, when me and Jemima went walking around.
Time.
Sorry.
One question from the audience, in the interest of time. Yes, Mr. Accountant.
Yes, thank you very much for this innovation. My question is, how will you ensure that, the safety of food? I'm taking a pic of this flour. I'm calling it kosher flour, but maybe when it's cassava flour. How will you verify that? Then assuming the final person who consumes the food gets a problem as a result of the food they got because of your app, who is answerable? Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to answer that in two phases. Number one, when a restaurant, there are two types of restaurants. There are restaurants that produce food on demand, like you order, they produce, and there are those that produce beforehand. So how we aim to mitigate this is that before you actually distribute food, we talk you through the process. Make sure that food, let's say, it's not like something that's spent overnight, because there are foods that once spent overnight, it is done. So in case you distribute that food, or like, let's say you produce in the morning, we want to have a system where you send out the food at end of business, like how he talked about a supermarket, you go at night and the food is still there. You distribute it that night. If you don't, we don't want it. Morning deliveries are usually the ones that the food that has remained before, so we want to do away with morning deliveries. And just in case that food reaches, it is checked by the person who is going to be like, let's say we have an orphanage manager at, let's say Sanyu Baby's home. You see the food, you can smell when chicken is rotten. You can, and in case someone gets sick, there's of course there investigation needs to take place, but most of the time whenever you eat food from a restaurant, most restaurants these days have Uganda Bureau of Statistics is on them to make sure the oil you're using is fresh, the chicken you're using, they know where it's coming from. Everything to do with the restaurant is known. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. As Mr. Walusi gets ready, one last question.
Thank you. You seem to be passionate about helping people who need food, but I think you need to think through certain things. One, who is going to be smelling the food? How is that thing that we are going to smell the food to make sure it's okay? Two, you didn't talk about the logistics. I have the food, I'm stuffing it. Who is picking it? How is it getting to the orphanage before it actually rolls? Who is making sure that when my food is ready, it's not going to be sold by 5 p.m., that it actually goes and gets the orphanage? If the orphanage already had a meal for that day, what happens to the food brought to us? Where do we put it? Okay? And the other issue is, I am a donor. I am willing to give away this food, but the food I'm giving away, I am making losses because I've not been able to sell it, meaning I'm working in losses. Yeah. How am I paying 5K or even if it was 2K to subscribe to your app? I have to give out food that I have made a loss. So the idea is good. You're passionate about helping people, but the logistics involved and the health issues that might arise, you need to look into those.
Can I answer a bit some of the things you mentioned? To do with the restaurants that make losses and you're giving out that food that you're making a loss. when we're doing our requirements engineering phase, we realize that sometimes restaurants are one of the businesses that operate most of the time. Restaurants go belly up, bigger than any other industry in the world because anyone can do food. So it's called corporate social responsibility. When we went to a certain place, let's say we went and visited an Indian supermarket, and the man told us that they are making profits, but they rather have that food go to waste than give it out because it's, I don't know, I'm not saying it's an Indian thing, but he told us they don't have and they don't want, so we allowed that. But what I'm trying to say is that you may be making losses, but would you rather see that food going to waste rather than giving it out? And about the money subscription, the way we're making money firstly is that this application basically bootstrapping. It's right now launching it could cost me around, let's say, 700,000. The thing that I'm aiming for is data. Data. A company such as WFP, like for example, what's happening in Sudan, pays organizations like that to do the grunt work, finding out what's happening, the crimes and everything. They pay them over millions of dollars just to find out, getting that data of what is happening on ground when it comes to food.
Time. A big round of applause for Mr. Kaziwe. Yeah, this man answers a question with a question. He thought 11 million shillings was easy to get. In the interest of time, Mr. Walusimbi Joseph, you only have 5 minutes. And then we shall move to South Sudan. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen a laptop as heavy as this one. Mr. Kaziwe Walusimbi Joseph. On a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there you go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joseph Walusimbi. I'm a year 2 engineering student at Consortium University. Previously, I was at Makerere doing electrical engineering. Before I start, allow me to recognize the presence of my father, who accompanied me here today. God gave me the best father in the world. Thank you so much, Dad. So we are here to present a card-based electricity access system. Now, many of us know these meters. This is actually a customer interface unit. This is what people have in their houses. Now, the process for this thing is that when you buy power, you're going to make a payment, then you wait for the token. Now, the token is going to come, 20 digits, by the way, and you're going to have to pin them in here for your power to turn on. Now, that is very inconvenient because, yes, we understand that these tokens are made that long because security purposes. But is it too much to ask for both convenience and security in this era of technology? Because this is very simple. It's a technical issue that can easily be solved by an engineer. So what we have here, the prototype we have built, enables that when you pay for your power, your units are sent directly to you. Just like you buy data, it comes to you. You don't have to do scratch cards anymore that we did in 97 when I was born. So yeah. So So another thing is, I've been in the field before. I've repaired these things before. A client can come when the buttons are no longer working. Now, you have a token, 20 digits, but you can't use it. You have your units, you can't use them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in that state, you are cooked. Because what are you going to do? When are they going to replace it? Yeah? So you just maybe, live stream from the neighbor. So, this is what we're doing. We are eliminating that kind of thing. Then, if you decided to leave your house today, yeah, and you have your units ready, you are going to lose them. You are going to do, forced charity. You are going to abandon them for the next tenant. There is no mechanism whatsoever to use them. Yet this is your hard-earned money. You paid for these units, and you are going to leave them. And now, if you're moving, you're getting jobs in various locations, and you're keeping on losing money cumulatively, you're going to be building yourself or destroying yourself at the same time. So we are making sure that we are enabling you to move with your units. How are we doing this? We are going to use a card-based system. Currently, the meters available have these cards, but these are meter identification cards. So this identifies the meter. So they send the units to your meter, so they're locked there. But what we are doing is, in prototype level, we're using RFID. So when we send you the units now directly, this has your user ID, not the meter ID. So it's yours, just like having a SIM card. When you pay, they're yours. You can move your SIM card to another phone. You don't, you move your money, you move your minutes. So that's what we are doing. We are making sure you move with your power wherever you go. And you can use your units on any meter. You can relocate to Kulu for a job. Go and use your units there. You don't have to lose them. Okay? So how are we doing this? This is our prototype setup. We're using RFID technology. It's connecting with our microcontroller, the ESP32, and the server online, such that when you make a payment, the server receives it, communicates with your microcontroller, and you will activate your power. This is just a measurement system. This is to activate your power. That's what the relay module does. There you will see your units. Now, in the industrial grade setup, we can't use the RFID. It's a bit basic. It can be cloned. We're opting for NFC. Now, when you have NFC, by the way, most phones right now, even the iPhones, after iPhone 7 onwards, you can use NFC. Okay? So these are the cards that are more secure. We're using